everybody, welcome back live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive. Another edition here, another afternoon music show from our Newburyport NCM Hub studios. We hope you're all doing well. Our guest today, return guest Chad Verbeck, joining us out of New Hampshire. How you doing, brother?
Hey, Drew, how you doing?
Doing good.
Good.
What do you got for us?
I got some tunes.
Yeah, let's start with one right away.
All right. Seafarin stranger, I travel up and down this coast. A seafaring stranger never leaves his name. When he dies, he don't leave no ghost. I sure done learned from my daddy this life of plundering and shame, and keeping all them women wondering if I will ever return again. I am a seafaring stranger. I travel up and down this coast. A seafaring stranger never leaves his name. When he dies, he don't leave no ghost. No, no. I've been out on these oceans 4+3, and though they've taken good notion, you know that they never got the best of me. And I've been wild on these waters since I was knee-high to a man. I've had me so many fishermen's daughters, can't even count on 2 hands. 'Cause I'm a seafaring stranger. I travel up and down this coast. A seafaring stranger never leaves his name. He dies, he don't leave no ghost. Traveling far and wide, and there was a time for all this that taught us, can't escape my mind. And it says, sir, are you returning to me once more? And I say, not even to stop my own soul from yearning, I must be away from the shore. I am a seafaring stranger. I travel up and down this coast. A seafaring stranger never leaves his name. He dies, he don't leave no ghost. A seafaring stranger never leaves his name. He dies, he don't leave no ghost. No, 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 no ghost. This seafaring stranger never leaves his name. When he dies, he don't leave no ghost.
Woo! Chad Verbeck! Welcome back, my friend.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
How are you, man?
I'm doing all right.
Sounding good. New one, old one? What do we got there?
That's an old one.
That's an oldie.
An old RockSpring tune, one of our original numbers, and Came in today to talk a little bit about RockSpring.
There you go. It kind of brought me back to, I think last time we had you on, I think I remember talking Halloween with you, and it was getting up to that time with the kids, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. So welcome back. Good to see old friends back in the studio. So yeah, I see you playing everywhere. First of all, you're solo, you're band and things, but you're playing a lot. That's a good thing.
Yeah, playing lots. It's good. Solo gigs are everywhere. Back up in the ski areas for the winter, which is nice.
Yeah, you mentioned that last time. You like doing those, don't you?
Yeah, I love those gigs.
Yeah.
Get to ski a little bit. I was skiing yesterday with my boys. And,
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was fun.
All you guys ski?
Yeah, all three of them ski. One of them took the day off yesterday. He had a basketball tournament, so he stayed with his mom.
Okay.
And my partner and I took her daughter and my bookenders, my oldest and my youngest, up to Cannon.
Nice.
Skied all day. It was a great day. Yeah.
What's the benefits of playing the? I've always had good. I kind of like the idea of like I don't know, but usually there's not too many like TVs going on. People like ski, they're tired, and they want to hear like music is kind of a nice release afterwards.
Yeah,
it's kind of a good attentive crowd.
It's a huge pub at Cannon. I'm there every Friday. That's been going on for years, and I've been really enjoying that.
They got snow up there?
Yeah, they got some snow.
A
Got a little bit yesterday. The mountains are hurting this season.
Yeah.
It's been kind of a tough, warm, wet season so far.
Yeah.
But people are out skiing. It was a busy day yesterday. It was fun working on the mountain, and I volunteer up there as well. So I work around the lifts, greeting people.
Oh, like getting on the chairlift?
Yeah. I stand like in the lift line and
you're that guy.
Direct traffic and give directions and talk and scan tickets and all that stuff.
There you go.
Yeah,
Have you ever seen any major issues at the chairlift?
Yeah.
Yeah, they happen, right?
Yeah, all the time.
What's the worst one? Give me a good
people
one.
crash into other people. That definitely happens. Sometimes it's like, especially on a nice icy day, like a real cold icy day.
Coming in too fast.
Coming in too hot.
Yeah.
That's it. You got to come in slow. Take it easy. It's dangerous.
I've actually done that before.
Yeah, everybody has. I have too. Many times.
Yeah, you're feeling a little too confident.
Yeah, been yelled at by people in my position many times as well. So
Yes.
I feel like I know how to handle that situation. Usually when it's a younger dude, it's kind of the dad in me comes out and it's like a little slower next time, buddy.
Yeah.
But when I love it most when it's an older guy.
You're polite about it at least.
I can make fun of him in front of everyone else.
What's your do you have like some go-to chairlift lines like
Oh yeah. You're not Bodie, pal. Take it slow. A little too much chi there, mogul guy.
Oh wow.
There's some good ones. There's a bunch of people that get along with it too. The lift ops love it. They have their one-liners all canned up.
Well, I've always imagined because it's a cold. I always say skiing. I like skiing, but for me, I don't like love it like you guys do. Like it's I prefer warm temperatures, and let's face it, skiing is a cold sport.
Yeah.
So I imagine working the chairlift all day might be a little bit. I can see you might need to have some. It's like a newsroom. You have some of that humor that maybe.
There's plenty of inside jokes. There's plenty of inside jokes, and it's funny when the people that are out there actually skiing and they don't get the inside jokes. It's like, oh right.
Yeah.
You're not from around here.
Yeah. And you guys probably find that to be hilarious too.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Would you mind actually giving me just like
half
a skosh less of volume?
You'd like to hear me?
Oh,
less volume?
Less
volume.
Yeah.
Better?
That's good.
Coming
Right
down?
there.
Good,
Perfect,
cool.
Thank you.
So all right, very good. So we got a little chairlift knowledge there. I'm happy we did that.
They call the lifties, the guy that actually put you on the chairlift, they call that stuffing butts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Just because self-explanatory.
The people that do what I do, we stuff jackets. Because we get them all excited. You know, it's like looking good today. Nice one piece.
Okay, yeah. So you're like the first person.
1986.
Nice. Sorry to all you people wearing one pieces out there today.
They love it. They're looking to be retro when they're doing that.
No, exactly. That's good though. 1986 called, and they would like their one piece back.
They would like their neon one piece back.
So yes, I get it now. So you're the guy as you're flying through. You're the guy that needs to stop you to check the tickets, and then there's an actually designed person that gets you on that chairlift.
Yeah, and it's like it's a volunteer situation that helps me helps the mountain justify my free skiing. So I'm there for like an hour.
Gotcha.
And I jump off my skis, jump into the lift line, say hi to some people, try to cheer up the lifties because they're usually cold and grumpy.
Yeah.
And they
Oh, that's too funny. Give out an album maybe or two.
Yeah, maybe. Tell them about the upcoming show that I'm going to be playing.
There you go.
In Boston. Nice and warm down in Boston,
I know. Let's get to that a little bit. You got the band coming Friday night show in Boston, which is
RockSpring.
always exciting.
We oftentimes have played around this band Green Sky Bluegrass that's touring right now, and they're coming to Boston. They're going to be at the MGM, and that's happening Friday night. They're playing with some friends of ours, Neighbor. I think you know those guys.
Yeah.
They're a Boston-based jam band. They're going to be opening for them, but we usually do their after party. This year we're going to do their pre-party.
Oh.
Everybody's getting old now, and having kids and whatnot. They want to come in and have a cheeseburger while we play instead of come over and have a bunch of beers after they play.
It makes sense. Yes, I understand. Yeah.
So we're going to be doing the pre-party. Pretty fun spot. Loretta's Last Call right on Lansdowne across.
Yeah, they've been busy with music these days.
Yeah, they are. They got country music in there pretty much every night of the week.
Yeah, a bunch of our guests have actually ended up on they have songwriter nights and everything.
Yep.
They're just good original music getting out there. So
yep, they do, and they were really excited to have us there, and we're excited to do this again and get to hang out with some of our touring friends. And RockSpring's going to be playing from 4 to 7. The doors open at 6:30 at the MGM, and Neighborhood takes the stage around 7:30 or 8. So, perfect timing to come in and pregame.
I was going to say 4 to 7 is the perfect timing for me, man. More than
it's great. It's we'll be playing some bluegrass at Loretta's, and then you can move over to the MGM and hear Neighbor, which is more rock and roll with drums, keys, guitar, and bass, and some really great songwriting, and a couple of local guys, Rick James and Lyle Brewer are the keyboard and guitarist. They're from the area. Rick lives, I think he's down in Newbury, actually, or maybe Groveland, I think.
In the area? Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
And great guys. They're great performers. And then Green Sky is just, they speak for themselves. They're fantastic rock, bluegrass, jamgrass, if you will.
Jamgrass, I like that.
And that's kind of what RockSpring does as well. They go a little bit more in the electronic realm of bluegrass, putting a lot of effects and stuff on their instruments and take it to other levels jam-wise. We are a little bit more on the traditional end, but still improvisational and really high energy. So It's a pretty fun night. If anybody makes it out and can see all the music, they're going to be bluegrassed out for the week.
What have you been into the new MGM there across the street?
I have not yet, so I'm excited to get in.
I haven't seen a show there myself, but I hear it's good. I went to see. I think I don't know if we talked about him last time, but one of my favorite artists is Chad Stokes, and he played at the House of Blues across the street for his annual fundraiser thing he does right around Christmas time. And one of the radio stations was having their big Christmas bash at MGM across the street. So there was a lot going on. Yeah. And I was thinking to myself, I hadn't been in there in a while, and it reminded me of New York City. It was not the old Fenway in the winter time that I remembered. It was alive and lights bumping. So I don't know.
Yeah, they do a lot at Fenway now, and that's some of the people that work down there are kind of concerned that
there's no parking.
There's no parking, and they're wondering what's it going to be like when there's a sellout show at House of Blues, sellout show at MGM, and a game or a show at Fenway at the same time. Yeah, and that's going to be intense. And the only way to get in there is park elsewhere, take the train. Yeah, that's definitely the best bet.
I mean, let's face it; those businesses would rather have that problem, right, than the other problem, I guess.
Oh, totally.
But cool, man. All right, well, very good. The big Friday night show. I'll talk a little bit more. I want to talk a little bit more about the weekend show in Boston. But let's give us one more Chad Verbeck song here. You've been working on some new music, or you got the rolling out some of the old stuff, or what? I don't care what you're playing here.
I got some new stuff. I don't think it's really radio ready.
Ooh, not radio ready.
Yeah, right. not really radio ready. I got some more recent stuff. I'm gonna do. One that's a few years old, but it's fitting to be played in Newburyport. Oh, I don't think I've played it on your show yet. All right, it's called the Old Port City. Oh yeah, I actually wrote it about a lifelong love affair with the town of Portsmouth. Okay, but I know that both neighboring towns go by the Port City as their nickname. So. This is called the Old Port City.
All right, Chad Verbeck on Joppa Afternoon Drive. Take it away, my friend.
Thanks a lot. And this is another RockSpring tune that is on our second album, and you'll probably hear it on Friday if you make it out to Loretta's.
If not, request it.
Yeah, sure, exactly. Play that one. dust of the lilac and the rust on the old shack and the streets where I once roamed. The sting of the young bee for stealing her honey and the bubbling ocean's foam. The hot sun on my back, on my shoulder a rucksack, in my pocket an old dollar bill, and the good book in my hand that tells of a promised land, but I'll never get there still. And the tear in my eye holds a long border on pity as I long for the ride in the old port city. The old port city. The loves that I once shared and the pals that kept me fair and the froth of the beer that we drank. The long nights confided on old fights decided in the sweat of the basement bars dank. Was it a muscle in my arm or a russet, a cheap charm or a twinkle from her shining eye? Maybe the tales that I told her of the ways I would hold her kept her from discerning my lies. And the tear in her eye held a long border on pity as I longed for the ride of the old port city. The old port city. In the rain that was falling, my heart heard a calling, but I was weak and down on my dreams. And the compass beside me that I'd hoped would guide me had spun me in circles, it seems. Though I find it unclever to follow the weather and turn from each storm on the run, I will pour one more whiskey and wish it to miss me while my ship becomes slowly undone. And the tear in my eye holds a long border on pity as I long for the ride of the old port city. The old port city. So by the end of my journey, before they return me to the earth or the sea or the sky, I will loosen this tight chaste and reckon that old taste, and find the ring red in the rye, and return to her bosom in wonder and wisdom, and make her my immortal fort. In the most peaceful of ways, on the most sacred of days, I will rest my soul long in her port. And the tear in her eye is no longer from pity, as I've drowned in the rye of the old port city. For the tear in my eye holds a long border on pity, as I long for the ride of the old port city. The old port city.
Woo! Chad Verbeck, live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive, with a song for Portsmouth, but kind of Newburyport too. We like it. Very nice, man. I like that. I was ready for the. I think we need some bagpipes. We're ready for.
Oh yeah, it's a sea shanty.
A sea shanty. Very nice, man. Well, I like that. Very good. When was that? Do you write all the band songs, or
Yep.
you do?
Yeah, those are all original tunes that I've written and that I've worked on composition with the band.
Gotcha. How's that like, watching the songs that you write come to life with a band? Is that
It's a
a
blast.
rewarding experience?
It's
Is
the
it?
best. Yeah.
Yeah.
The studio that we recorded both of our studio records in is BB3 Audio. Bob Beal was the engineer and producer, and fantastic friend of ours. He introduced me to the original members of the band, who all three of whom are no longer in the band.
Okay, yeah.
But the band travels with me as it is my original music project. So, but Bob produced our records, and I built his part of his studio for him at his place in Newton, New Hampshire, and it was awesome when we finally did the record, because we did it in trade. Hey, I'll build your studio if you record my record. And he's like, all right, sweet. So built this awesome floating soundproof booth for vocals and stuff, and I was sitting in it as we were recording the record, doing the guitar tracks and vocal tracks separately before the band came in, and then as they came in to do some stuff over it, we did a bunch of live recordings together. I'm sitting in this booth that I built for him, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Looking out the window that I gave to him for the booth, and there's my 6-piece band recording all their tracks.
Nice.
And it was just a very touching moment for me. It just was awesome. It felt so cool to have been such a big part of Bob's studio, having been watching it evolve. He had it in a basement of this rental place he was in Hampton when he first started doing it. That's where he did our first record, and then having the legit studio that he built in Newton, and doing our second record there. And then just some of my best friends are in this band, and I had, at that point when we were recording that second record, we just had the strongest outfit of professionals playing with us. So it was just like such a. I cried a couple times in that studio during those couple of weeks that we did it. Just like listening to these songs that I wrote, just becoming something else.
Yeah.
And becoming theirs. I never have been much for composing the parts that they play.
Yeah.
It's very improvisational when we're live. It's when we do stuff in the studio, we all sit down together and what about this? What about this? How does this feel? And the songs come together incredibly well. And it's all of their creation of their own piece. And there's some times where I say, oh, could you, maybe I'm feeling this vibe instead of that. Could you try that? There's ideas that I'll throw out, or I definitely don't want this to be it this way. Yeah. But I'm like not about the negative vibes. Yeah. You know what I mean? And
you give off that impression.
I want them to just create, and because this is my creation, so your piece of it has to be yours. Yeah. And it's been something that I think I really enjoy with this band, and I think that the players that I've been working with over the years have really appreciated that as well, that there's no dictatorship. Yeah. Those are tough guys to work for, I've heard. Yes. And I don't want to be that. I want people to be stoked to come back and play, and even the guys that have left the band and moved on to other things have still come back and said, it's been great playing with you, and I enjoy getting to do it again. In fact, the original mandolin player just joined us for a guest spot, Mark Alio. He came and sat in with us on New Year's Eve up in Portsmouth. We played at the Music Hall Lounge, and he came in and he sat in on one of our original tunes that he and I worked on writing together, which is really cool to have him back for that. Yeah. I think it might be the first time the riff has been played properly since he left the band. No offense to the other mandolin players at
Sometimes the original players just have it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it was great to have Mark back on stage with us, and it's great to be able to, put a call out to the guys. I got a bunch of the guys that were formerly in the band that are now in Nashville, and we're looking forward to doing the RockSpring Nashville All-Stars tour. Go down there for a week and play 3 or 4 gigs. And
you've been down there, I take it?
Yeah. It's
I
fun.
never have.
Oh, you should go.
My dad was just telling me the other day, you got to be in Nashville.
Yeah, you got to go. It's really fun. It's definitely one of those places that you have to go. You got to see it and experience it, and experience both sides of it. Try to experience the real depths of Music City, the professional musicianship that's down there. Also the traditional music that's there, the traditional bluegrass and country music that's there,
Yeah.
the original music, but then go and see the whole Broadway spiel of it too, because it's fun. And as much as it's Disney-esque music-wise, it's still really fun. There's like music nonstop on Broadway, just like all day, every day. People getting out there working, places that have hour-long sets and just bands changing constantly. It's fun to see like the work that goes into it too. Like the thing that all of us joke when we're breaking down a gig or setting up a gig. It's like, this is the glamorous part, But when you see it happening in real time, when there's 10 vans lined up on the street, 10 clubs and 10 bands going back and forth, it's like, wow, this is really like, this place is bumping.
Yeah, that's great.
It's really cool to see that end of it. But then it's cool to see the tradition and the music church, if you will, end of it too.
Yeah.
The hyper traditionalism and almost religious commitment to someone's musical tastes or craft, particularly in the bluegrass genre.
It's a beautiful thing.
Traditional bluegrass players that are like so tunnel vision on bluegrass. Or
when you mentioned
the same way.
When you mentioned I think it's the first time that's been played the right way on your New Year's show. I was just thinking back to a story of Max Weinberg, a very accomplished drummer for the E Street Band, was not on those first two Springsteen albums, and there's one he goes, and Vinny Mad Dog Lopez was the original drummer. Long story short, Vinny was wild and they had to part ways. I think Bruce was looking for something else anyway, but Weinberg says to this day, he goes, there's this one lick that Vinny plays that I've listened to it a million times and I for the life of me cannot play it. Like Max Weinberg, and it's just interesting.
How does that happen?
And it's like, I don't know what he does. I've listened to it a million times. I've watched it, this video, and I don't know how he does. I can't get it to sound right. Yeah. And it just happens. It happens sometimes. One other thing. So you're not finding anybody in the band like Prince, right? That's like the notorious one, right? For tough
Prince
band leader.
Or, James Brown was
James
really
Brown,
tough. Neil Young is insanely difficult.
Oh, is he? That one escaped me. Okay.
Yeah, like to the point where he has thrown his guitar and walked off because somebody wouldn't stop screwing up or
really
kept on messing up.
See, that's kind of not
James
his.
Brown was the guy that started the whole fining thing.
Oh, James was the guy.
Inspired Prince to fine his guys. He'd be dancing around on stage and he'd hear a bad note. He'd turn around and go, "I got you."
Yeah. What a crazy way to do music, huh?
Right? Yeah.
Man,
be perfect or it comes out of your pay.
Worked for them, I guess, but. Wow, that is funny. All right, so James Brown is where that kind of started, I guess. That makes sense.
I'm sure there's been others.
Yeah, maybe.
There's, and I'm sure there's plenty of them in the bluegrass and country scene as well. There's a lot of perfectionists in the string band world, and
I mean, if you were late, I remember hearing stories like if you were a minute late, Prince would find you like he did not accept late. If you were late, that was a big deal.
Then he got it done, but you wouldn't want to work with somebody like that most of the time. I'm sure there was plenty of people that left his outfit.
I'm sure,
just to say screw you,
get away from it. Yeah,
this, and I would hate to have that happen in my world, because then I'm minus another musician. don't want that to happen.
Not the first song we've had, or at least talked about on the show, a song about Portsmouth. James Paoni over there at the
I love
he was
James.
telling me a story about how I hope I get the band right. I'm 99% sure he said it was the Indigo Girls.
Oh yeah,
wrote a song about the Portsmouth Music Hall because they played there. And they loved the building so much, and they were poking around about the history of it all, and they wrote a song about it. And when they learned about the fisherman background and everything,
awesome.
So
that's really
almost
cool.
positive it's the Indigo Girls. We can check it. Go check it after the show.
Yeah, have to see.
Great city, great music city, Portsmouth.
Oh, for sure. It's been a great scene there. We actually had a great night at James's place, the Music Hall Lounge. Was our New
right
Year's
across
Eve.
the street.
Yep.
Great spot they've done there.
Yeah, they've done a lot there, and that was our New Year's Eve show. And it was a great.
Happy New Year, by the way.
Yeah,
Never
thank
too late to
You
say
too.
that, right? We can say that into February.
23 is a good year.
Absolutely. Chad Verbeck again joining us in our NCM Hub Newburyport studios here. Sarah Blackstone running the ship again, and Sarah Hayden's in the house. What if some other faces in here too? There were a lot of moving parts when I got here. I don't even know exactly who's here, but I know there's a lot going on here as always. Our small but mighty team in Newburyport, we love you. And Chad Verbeck again back on our show. You got another one for us there, my man?
Yeah, well, let me do that newish one. I think, I don't know if, I'm trying to think if whether I played this on your last show or not, or at one point when I was here. This one's called Hold On.
Chad Verbeck here in Newburyport, live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive.
Rise up before the dawn, put a light on my head and strap my big boots on. Get to the trailhead long before the sunrise, and I can feel it coming up behind me. I can see it in those eyes. And I crest that far summit long before the moon begins to fall. And I can feel him breathing over my shoulder, hear my wolf's call. Take my time down the other side, and believe me when I fall, I take my time down the running, and I'm gonna take it all. 'Cause I'll be gone before I know it, but I got love, so I'm gonna show it. Before I wake up in the morning with that new day dawn, and the dream I had last night. Hold on, hold on. Watch them grow and watch them rise. See the light glow behind those bright blue eyes. When it looks at me and takes me by the hand, says, Daddy, tell me soon, when will I be a man? And I said, son, you'll be grown before you know it. If you got love, boy, you better show it. Before you wake up in the morning with that new day dawn, and a dream you had last night. Better hold on tight. Oh boy, won't you hold on tight? It'll be the ride of your life. Son, hold on and hold on tight. If you let go before the sunrise, you're gonna see that distant shore shine bright on that horizon, and realize in the morning when you let go, you might have done so too soon. You know what to do. Just hold on. Hold on. Would you hold on? Heed my own advice. Make good even when it don't feel nice. I gotta get things right with my old man. Take him by the hand and help him understand. He'll be gone before I know it, but I got love, Pop, so I'm gonna show it. Before I wake up in the morning with a new day dawn, you're just a dream I had last night. Better hold on tight. Oh, Dad, I'm gonna hold on tight. Never let go of your hands. Hold on, oh man, as long as we can. Hold on.
Woo! Chad Verbeck, Joppa Afternoon Drive live at Drew's house.
Thank you.
I like that one, man. Yeah, you did play that once before, and I'm happy you did it again because it's one of my favorite ones you played here last time.
Great.
So,
well, I'm hoping that maybe it was on the one that didn't make.
Maybe you might have just played it. That's true. Yeah, I remember last time Chad was in the first go around. We had to scrap because so I got a whole extra set list from Chad for
technical difficulty.
Personal reasons. It was I got a whole bonus set list which I was thrilled about. So well, not thrilled about, but you know what I mean. I got extra songs, which is always good for me. Sounding good over there again. Chad Verbeck. You can go see him Friday with his band RockSpring. They begin at 4 p.m. at Loretta's in Boston, which should be a fun night. Do you still get all? My grandfather used to say all jazzed up. Do you get all? I know you've played everywhere. But like Boston on a Friday night,
sure.
you know?
Oh, absolutely.
There's something to that, right?
A little more exciting, maybe a little snazzed up in the wardrobe department.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bow tie? Yeah. No.
I save the cheesy stuff for my fish concerts and Halloween. You know?
There you go.
But yeah, we'll get a little dressed up and a little snazzy. It's nice to go to a show after too. A lot of times we do the after party, so we're the show that the band comes and hangs out after. Yeah. But it's nice for us to like be able to be the pre-show, have dinner, then go to a nice show, see some friends play music, and hang out.
Kind of a wind down mode afterwards.
Yeah, absolutely. It feels good. So
that's hard for a musician. That come down thing, isn't it? I hear that a lot. Like you go out and play a show, there's energy, and then it's like.
Oftentimes I don't go to bed.
Yeah.
And I'll stay up playing all night long because I'm so excited to play, and that definitely happens, especially after those more fun shows.
You need like a 3 a.m.
Tuesday
dinner?
night solo gigs, or I'm not like coming home staying up till 2, but sometimes I go out. Used to be Gilly's, my favorite spot in Portsmouth, that was open till 2. Okay. Get a cheeseburger over there, and there's some spots in Boston that we go to after we play shows late night down there. But love the Red Arrow over in Manchester.
Yep.
Used to be Rosie O'Shea's here would be open. Food late before it became the Port Tavern.
Yep.
They were open late.
Red Arrow, that's the political place there. That's where all the politicians go.
That's the not definite stop for all the presidential candidates right before the New Hampshire primary.
Oh yeah,
definitely. They've got everybody's name on the wall over there.
Cool. Well, very good.
But we're not supposed to get political on this show, Drew. So.
Well, yeah, I would. Yeah, I don't. That is true. We've ventured there before a little bit, but we could talk about where politicians go. Yes. It's funny.
I know right where they go. I know right where they can all go.
There it is. And that's the political segment of our show. Very good. They're trying to take that primary away from New Hampshire.
No, never.
Really. Not really.
Never.
But,
New Hampshire residents, we will fight.
It is amazing when the idea of that came up, people were furious.
Oh man, it's amazing how little they think it matters to us.
Yeah.
But don't try to take it away.
Just don't try to take it away. All right, 4 p.m. Where you directing people? Can they get it on website for you guys, or just go to the door?
RockSpringband.com.
Okay.
You can go to Loretta's. Just go to the door. Free show.
You don't care where they go as long as they get there.
Yeah, come to the show. It's a good time, and like I said, Green Sky Bluegrass is playing after at the MGM. There's still tickets for that. You can go to that show. That's a great venue, brand new venue with a top of the line sound system and really beautiful theater that they put in. Get down early, like I said before. Park elsewhere.
Yeah,
take a tea.
It was bad last time. All my secret meter spots are gone.
Oh yeah, the secret meter spots are taken right away. But we're excited that we get down there a little early because we'll be there for the business transition. Everybody's usually out of work by 2, 3 o'clock in Boston. Gets lost. We'll get there right on time to find some parking.
Yep.
Before all the people come down.
Got to know how to play it.
Yeah, we're excited to play it that way because a lot of times a couple of times our cars have been locked into the garage that we play the after party thing. We're not out until 2, and then like the garages are locked up. Like, what the hell do we do? Oh, excuse me, what do we do?
Yeah, all right. There's been worse done here.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. I've been here.
You know what? It's funny. I once had a garage outside, off Newbury Street. Got cheap parking for a Red Sox game. There was nothing available. Real quick story. I went in the garage, and the garage was shut. And I didn't realize at the time, I was young and hadn't done like one of those garages really before, that you can still get out, but you have to go down like the staircase, get your car, and then you drive out and the garage opens for you. I did not realize that. I got there and I said, oh no, the garage is shut.
Right.
They must be closed. And I came back like the next day.
There is one on Lansdowne that locks, though.
That officially locks.
Yeah, they shut it. They shut it down.
Which was
You
your
can't get your
experience,
car
yeah.
out. Yeah, it's right. The one right between Cask and Flagon and House of Blues.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it's got like the elevators where they like
yeah.
put the cars on a lift, and if you're not out of there by a certain time, it's like
We'll see you
get
tomorrow.
a hotel room. Yeah, we'll see you there.
Oh man, that's funny. All right, well, Chad, you have a great Friday night. I know you're gonna play us out with one, I know, but always a pleasure to have you come in here and talk music and all that stuff.
Thanks so much for getting me in on short notice and helping me promote this show. It's a really awesome opportunity for us to do this gig and for us to play. And it's going to be a super fun night of music in Boston with us and the neighbor and Green Sky playing across the street. It's just going to be, if you're on Lansdowne Street Friday night, you're going to get your dose of bluegrass and jamgrass.
Awesome, man. Tell the boys I said hello and happy skiing to them, all right?
All right.
Chad Verbeck, bring us home. Live at Drew's House, Joppa Afternoon Drive. My name is Drew Moholland. Thanks for joining us for another show. We'll see you next time, all right? Peace.
Been a long time since I wrote down a tune. I found my way to tell you that I'm not sick and I'm not feeling blue. Just got on my walking shoes. And baby, you can go walking with me anytime you like. It don't have to be too far downtown. Oh, we can go through the woods, we can go down south, baby. Just come with me and walk around. And I know it's the same three chords every time I play. And I know it's the same old songs I sing. But sometimes when you come out and inspire me, you get something that you have never seen. And singing around town with all my boys and holding on to their lost joys. Won't you sing with me a song that'd ring out all night long, baby? You can come with me to town too. Sometimes I don't know just where I'm going, but everybody tells me they do. And why don't you just let me hold on to your hand? 'Cause I'd like to sing along and walk beside you. Been a long time since I wrote down a tune, sat down and penned one for myself, or sang another thing that I've never done. Bring me back to my wealth, and it's all for you, babe, no matter what I do. All these songs I sing for you, and wonder where I'm coming from and where I'm going to. Don't matter much to me as long as I'm singing and walking, singing beside you. I wanna be walking and singing